Hi! Happy Tuesday. Oh my gosh, I can't see. Hey! Oh my gosh, I'm trying to thread this needle. I don't know if there's glue or something in here. Let's see. Come on. Wow, that's bizarre. Hi! Sorry guys, I'm trying to thread my needle, but I don't know if there's something in there. Okay, I'm just gonna change it. It's 18. Need a different needle. Probably right. Alright, let me pull it all the way up. There's a little screw that you loosen up and it pulls the needle out. Hi! This is my least favorite part of sewing. I don't mind it so much. I want to say that I just changed my needle a couple days ago. Alcohol wipe. Yeah, this is probably just easier. I have a ton of needles. So today I don't have a custom order to make, so I'm just restocking a couple of items. I have a Big B that I have to restock, and then I have a wallet that just sold out this morning. I need to restock. I had it cut and prepped, so just gonna knock those out. Hey Frida. I know I missed everybody saying hi. Hi, 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 hi. I should have done this before I came live. There we go. I use a size 18. I'll show you the needles that I use. I hope this is not, oh, that's why I don't have my bobbin in there. There we go. Okay. Anytime I change my needle, I use a piece of just scrap vinyl that I have, just to make sure it's installed correctly and there's no issues. And it is. So I just keep this on the floor next to my sewing machine, just to do practice stitches whenever I change the needle. Here are the needles that I use. Hey, I figured out why I wasn't getting notified user error. It happens, gal. Okay. So, I'm going to be doing an owl Big B. It's got navy vinyl, this super cute orange polka dotted interior, and I had started making it earlier, and I was like, I may as well just wait until I go live. So here's the main print of the bag. This is going to be the front and the back of the bag with navy vinyl, and then this to brighten up the inside. Excuse me. All right, let's start with the shoulder straps. This is my pattern, so if you're interested in making it, I would say that it's a beginner-friendly pattern with some sewing experience. So if you're new to bag making and want to get started, this is a really good, I would say, beginner-friendly. Can I see the size? It's a size 18. So the size is over here. So I've got some that are like 18. Let me see if that is better. The influencer post. What's going on? Somebody tell me something interesting. I feel like I haven't seen you guys in forever. My absolute favorite toe pattern to make. Good. Yeah, it comes together pretty quickly for a bag. I made a Becca yesterday. Nice. Was that your first time making it? Oh, thanks. Hey. Crocheted a summer dress. Nice. I crochet, but I've never made like clothes. I made like a hat and scarf, but it's mainly flat items like throws, blankets. Would Juki 87 work well? I don't know. Maybe somebody in the comments could answer that. I'm not familiar with that sewing machine. Mine are size 22. No wonder why it looks like the needle holes are too big. Yeah, I would probably go down to like a 20 and see how that works. But I have 20, 21. I mean, I have all kinds of I've got 18, 21, 20, 19, and 16. So just a whole bunch of different needles. Can't wait for my wallet coin person, but I got ordered. Cat Flynn. Oh, Catherine. Catherine? Ugh. Placed my fabric order for the custom orders from last week, but they haven't been shipped out yet. Hopefully I'll get it. Was today Tuesday? No later than Monday I'll have it in. And then if you opted to watch your custom order be made live, then I'll send you an email as soon as it arrives. Yes, it's me. I had 2 Catherines last week. But your name stands out because there's a Catherine Flynn on the island that I know. So when I got the order, I was talking to my husband and I was like, this isn't the same Catherine. And then I looked at your address. It's not. Alright, so I use 1/2 inch double-sided tape, and that is going to hold my fold together to the tape while I sew it. It makes life amazing. Okay, so each end is folded up and then each side is folded to the center. So it looks like this. So the end is folded down and then each side is folded into the center, and then I'm going to fold it one more time and sew it together. It's off my trip to Toronto. Fun! What does the B stand for on the big B? Becca. So I made that pattern years and years ago, and when I first started my business, I only had a Facebook group. So whenever I made patterns, I would post them in my Facebook group and ask people to name them, and somebody suggested the Big B because at that time that was the biggest bag that I offered, and that's where the name came from. It's nothing like salacious. like big butter bags. I don't know. Somebody suggested it and I assumed they meant my name. That may be a little arrogant of me. They may have meant like big butter. Because that would be cute. That's going to be the name of my next bag. Big butter. Happy Tuesday. All right, one strap down, that's what it looks like, and then the back. Are you releasing a new pattern? Yes, in May. I'm releasing the, right here, the Alyssa crossbody. It's gonna probably be mid to late May. Do I have my pups on any of the items that I made for myself? Yeah, I actually have a notebook on my desk. Let me grab it. This is my notebook that I use mainly when I'm ordering fabric, but I got a picture of them with my name on it. I've had this for a couple years, like maybe at least 3 years, but the picture still looks good. It's dirty on the back because I use it every day. I actually, I don't know why. Well, my dogs don't have like a official bed upstairs. They have a couple of them downstairs. And so I bought some stuffing to make them a bed, which I did yesterday. And it wound up looking like a couch cushion. And my dogs didn't want to get on it. So I just took it downstairs and threw it on the couch. So they're not up here a whole lot because they don't have a legit bed. I use the flannel to make the bed. And I probably need like a fleece. I just don't have any. I need to order some. I remember seeing that before. Yeah, that's okay. I haven't brought it out in a long time. Wait, how the shop up? She's that's cute. Okay. I want to make sure that it is nice and lined up. Hi Sue, I love your fabric. Where do you get the material? I have the prints, I have that custom printed. It's a vinyl, it's a faux leather. How do you keep your strap from twisting? A lot of it has to do with the tension of your thread or your sewing machine. So you need tension because you're working with 4 layers of vinyl, but you don't want it super tight. The tension tends to draw up the material, and that usually causes the twisting. They were judging me. No, Lisa, this is faux leather. I think the tape also helps keeps it from twisting because everything is taped together. What are shorter stitch length twisted as well? I use a longer stitch length. I don't like short stitch lengths on top stitches that you can see. Okay, so let's start with the outside. This is our print, and there is a band on the bottom. This is the Big B right here. So this is a style of the bag that I'm making just with this print. Can you make a smaller notebook holder? Yeah, for a custom order, I sure can. I've done larger notebook holders before. I don't think I've ever done a smaller one, but yeah, I can adjust the size. Alright, so the panel is just clipped to the bottom band, right sides together, and then I'm going to go ahead and stitch all the way down. I'm going to set that aside and just prep the other side of the bag. That way I can just do them both together. Okay. So like this stitch you're not going to see, it's a construction stitch. It's holding two pieces together. So I make it a little smaller. I use a size 3 stitch length for this, and then when I come back and do a top stitch, I'm going to use a stitch length of 5. Alright. So now I'm going to oat this up, and then I'm going to do a top stitch along the bottom band, and that allows it to just lay nice and flat. Do you print that panel? Yeah, I have this custom printed. Hi Hannah, this is going to be a Big B, so this style right here. It's just a restock. I don't have a custom order to do today. Alright, so this is a stitch length of 5. Custom orders are about 11 weeks out. Alright. So again, for top stitches, I like to do my stitching a little bit longer. It just gives it a really pretty finish instead of something super small. Let me show you. It's just a scrap piece. So the blue right here, I don't know if you'll be able to see it, the stitches are a lot smaller. This one right here is a stitch length of 5. I think this one's like a 3. So it just looks better, I think, the longer the stitch is. What can cause thread raveling? Like raveling where? On your needle? Okay, so now I'm going to work on the shoulder strap connectors. So here's our shoulder strap on the bag, and then it is attached to the bag with connectors. I have these hardware packs that I sell, so I'm just going to use that so I don't have to collect all the pieces. So I'm going to prep this a little bit like I did the shoulder strap so that we have a nice finished edge and there's no raw edge on the connector. I think I'm pretty sure I have a TikTok tutorial on how to do this. But here's what it looks like before it's all folded up. Kind of have the length that you just stitched in the thread. And breaks at the needle. Most likely your needle is installed incorrectly. I would try that first. I would take the needle out and reinstall it. Make sure that it is installed correctly. And while you have the needle out, I would completely rethread the machine. Usually one of those two things usually fixes it. If it's a newer needle. If it's an older needle, I would try rethread with a new needle. But normally when that happens to me, my needle's not inserted correctly. Alright, so I'm just going to lay all these bad boys up and do a strip of tape right down. About your backer pattern, I can't wait to try it. Fun! Are you planning on using vinyl or cotton? vinyl. Nice. If you're in my Facebook group, post a picture underneath the Becca post. I love seeing them. My solid vinyl I get from marinevinylfabrics.com. What are you making? A Big B. I'm restocking one. So this style, but I'm making it in the owl print. Alright, so I'm going to fold up this little notch on the bottom, fold each side into the center, press it into that double-sided tape. So it looks like that. So we have one finished edge and then we have one raw edge. This one's not going to be seen, so you don't need to do the same thing. It's going to be folded over like that, so you're not going to see it. I'm going to put a piece of double-sided tape, my hardware on, take off the backing, fold this over, put another piece of tape on the back. When I add my tape, I try to keep it right in the center. That way when I'm stitching down each side, I'm not stitching through tape. The brand of double-sided tape is from Wawak, WAWAK.com. I think it's called their Hyper Stick or leather tape. I want to say that the branding has changed since I first started buying it. Start business like that, but I don't know how. Alright, so I'm just folding up all four. You have 2 shoulder straps. You need 2 of these per shoulder strap. What's a fun one that won't come up my needle? This one will probably not be it because it's a really strong tape. There's a tape that I get on Amazon. I want to say it's called Wonder Tape. I use it for the inside lining of my fabric when I'm installing a zipper. That doesn't gum up my needle at all. I use 1/4 inch. This is, I don't know what the brand is, but it's hardly any stick to it. It's just enough stick for my zipper to be held in place on my inside cotton fabric. But it comes in a pack of 3, I believe. Alright. So here's the print if you missed that we're working with. I'm going to use my ruler to make sure everything is nice and even. Take off the back of my double-sided tape and then push that into the fabric. I have to do some digging. That's really what this business is all about, is trial and error. I've used so many different tapes, clips, I mean, you name it, I've tried a whole bunch of them. So that's just taped in and then we're going to sew it in place. I'm just going to do the same thing for the other panel first. I'm still getting over some allergies. Hi, Christy. That's the good thing about the tape, is if you misplace it, you can just pull it up and put it right back down. It's finding what works for each person. Right. I've tried 3 different kinds of double-sided tape now and all the, oh no. I have water, so I have ice water and I actually drink hot water, like not tea, but just hot water. I'm super hydrated. Alright, here's our other one, so I'm going to go ahead and sew that in place. Got a lot of compliments on my bag today. Oh, nice! That's the new one you just got. Yeah? So I'm just sewing a really big old rectangle right around the edges. I'll show you up close what it looks like. So it goes from just being taped on to this being stitched on. Yes. I'll be attempting to make the wristlet fun. That's a good pattern too. It comes together pretty quick. And after you make the first one, the next, like, you can fly through it. I think that's the same thing with any pattern, right? After you do it the first time, so much easier the next time. I've been working on different patterns. Yesterday I did one. I didn't really like the way it turned out. So here's what it looks like, all done, stitched up. These little divots right here is just from where my foot is. They'll go away by the time I'm done with the bag. Got my wristlet in quite, yay! Alright, one more. Do you think you'll ever try making a sling bag? Yeah, I've made a couple. I've made a couple. They never really stuck, I guess, to my site. I don't know if it's just because I don't like making them. But if you are in my Facebook group, there's a couple of them there. If you just search sling bag, you should be able to see them. Alright. This one is stitched on now as well. Oh, I need to add my nameplates. That's the bags for 3 years. I saw this and I hope it does too. Have you made with the new sugar skull? Yes. I think I have one sugar skull item left. It's a tote bag on my website. How do you determine what bag patterns to add to shop as an option? So I think the struggle is keeping things in stock while still adding new prints. It's just like a never-ending thing. So I think, what was my newest pattern that I just added? There's something new that I just started making. I can't think of what it is. But it came out a few months ago. It's just finding time. There's no real rhyme or reason. Just finding time to get everything done. Restock some items, add new styles, add new prints, do custom orders. It's just a vicious cycle. Teresita, that's what it was. Thank you guys. I was like, I know there was something new. Okay, so this is going to be the front of the bag. And then this is going to be the back of the bag. Exact same, just one has a name tape. Alright, so I'm going to mark the bottom center of both. The makeup bag. Hey Tammy, I didn't see you. I missed a lot of people, I think, jumping on early though, because I was fooling around with this needle. Let me grab a little cough drop. Alright, so I marked the center of the bottom. This is going to be the bottom of the bag. It's lined with Peltex. So I'm just going to match those center marks together and then clip it in place. No, I haven't done the wolf collet yet because when I ordered fabric last week for my custom orders, I ordered more wolf fabric, and I'm really hesitant to post that wolf bag because I know there's a couple people that have even messaged me and asked me to just go ahead and buy it. So I know there's a lot of people that want that bag. So instead of just having one of them available, I want to have a couple different pieces. So no, I haven't made it or posted it. It's all cut out and sitting on my table. Do you use the foam? I don't use foam in my zip around wallets, no. Alright, so the bottom is just stitched on, and then I'm going to open it up and do a top stitch. Hello, hello. That's what the bottom looks like, top stitched. And then I'm going to do the exact same thing with the back. So my center is marked. I'm going to match up my centers and sew them together. I will have a mini dip right that wolf fabric. It's an awesome print. What's your favorite stabilizer? It depends. Depends on what I'm stabilizing. So for like the inside lining of my bags, I use SF101. Pellon SF101. That's my favorite. For the bottom, I use Peltex. It just depends on what I'm stabilizing because you want to use different stabilizers for different parts of the bag. What's your #1 sale bag? I honestly don't have one. It varies so much. Like last week I sold a lot of Becca's, but last month I think I only sold like 2 or 3. Last month I sold a lot of Big B's. So it really just depends. It's absolutely fascinating watching you. Thanks. Alright, so the bottom is stitched on the back, and then now I need to do a top stitch just like I did here. Thanks for watching. Just Mammy. Caught alive, not seen you in ages. Got a battle for the wolf bag. I know, that's why I'm waiting to do it. Can you get a fabric with panda bears? I have some. So that's the bottom all top stitched. I have some panda bears. If you just search on my website, you should be able to see it. Are you still moving? I still have a year here. So now what I'm going to do is line up my sides so that I can sew those closed. So I start with the bottom band right here. I line those up, make sure everything is nice and visually straight, even if it's not. At least the bottom part will be. Sometimes if you cut wrong, or if you sew a little bit too much, it won't line up perfectly, and that's okay. Like this right here, this side down here doesn't line up perfectly. This side is coming up about 1/8 of an inch. It's no big deal. We're just going to compensate that when we sew the inside. I always make my wrist wear sizes. What finish size do you suggest? I have one. I have a wristlet pattern that I sell on my website. I want to say the finished size is a little shorter than 7 inches and a little bit narrower than 11, 10. I think 10 by 7 is a good size. Alright, so I've got my sides clipped together. I'm going to go ahead and sew those. You have an accent. Do I? I lived in Virginia most of my life. Do I stop? Yeah, I shipped to Canada. Alright, sides are sewn, and then now I need to attach the side to the bottom. How much space do you leave for attaching the bottom to the side? How much space do I leave? I'm not sure if I understand that question. So there's a pattern for this, and the pattern tells you how to cut out each piece so that it lines up perfectly. Could explain I'm in Alaska. You have a little accent. Oh, okay. I'm from Virginia. Where I clip. They're clipped together. I might not be able to, I might not be understanding your question. The outside of the bag is pretty much done. I'm going to sew open my side seams so that they're nice and flat, but then I'll set this aside and finish the inside, the interior. The Catalina is not mine, no. It's sold by Oro Rosa. Sides are stitched open. So this is what it looks like. And then we have the inside all done. So I'm going to go ahead and set this aside. The interior, I was working on this before I came live, and I just decided to finish it live. So the inside is pretty much all done. So there's a dual slip pocket. There's a larger one, and then there's a smaller one for like pens on one side, and then on the other side there is a zipper pocket. We're going to sew this bag wrong side out. So we're going to turn it right side out through the zipper pocket. I don't know why I can't speak today. So the rest of completing this bag is just what we just did. We're going to sew the bottom on. We're not doing any stitching. I already have my centers marked. And then we're going to put the two together, the inside and outside together, sew them up, attach the handles, and the bag's done. What's the name of the print under pink and yellow bag, even with your table behind me? This one right here, this is a flower garden. It's a Lola bag. It's the kind of needle I use. I use a size 18 needle. I don't remember all these patterns. I don't know. I think I've just made them so many times. I got them stored in the memory bank. I think it's just like muscle memory. Alright, so the bottom is attached to the zipper pocket side, and then we're going to attach it to the slip pocket side. So I'm lining up my center marks, clipping them together, trimming the side, which allows the bottom and the sides to align. I don't know if that was the question earlier. I wasn't catching. This is a Juki 1181 sewing machine. Alright, so the bottom is now attached to both sides, and then we're going to sew the sides together. I have to remember whose pattern or I love it. My husband wouldn't know. I don't even think, he doesn't know even the name of my styles of bags. So that's impressive that he knows the pattern designers. I don't really sticker pencils much. Muscle memory. Oh, that's gonna be pretty. All right, that side is done. That side is done. Now before we sew the bottom to the side, I'm going to go ahead and install my closure, which this bag has a magnetic snap closure. So I'm just going to mark where it's installed. I notice you snip the threads rather than tying. Is that because you go over the stitches again? It's because they're not visible. So where I start and where I stop is at the top and at the bottom. You're not going to see them, so I back stitch. That's why there's thicker thread up here, because it's just me going over those stitches. When I sew the inside and outside together, this is called my seam allowance. It's going to be covered. So I only tie off my stitches if it's a visual seam at the end. For example, this stitch that goes all the way around this bag, I start and stop right here, and so it is visible. So I pull them through because you're going to see them. Same thing with the zip around wallet. The outside stitches where I start and where I stop are visible. So I I pull those through. These, you don't see them, so you don't need to pull them through. Yeah, this is my full-time job. If you weren't to sew for a living, what would you do? Accounting. Thanks, Dee. Yeah, I did accounting before I started this business. And I wound up making more money doing this, so I quit doing that and did this full time. Alright. So I have my magnetic snap. I'm going to line my washer along that little mark that I just made. And then mark where the cut should be. My two layers, my front and back, are clipped together, so I'm going to poke through both of them. That way I know everything is going to be nice and even when I'm done. If you do one set at a time, sometimes you could get it a little off, and instead of it closing like this, it could close like this because it's not lined up properly. So I just clip them together. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I went to school for accounting, and I think that's one reason why starting a business and keeping it open as long as I have has been relatively easy, because I have all of the financial information. All right, there it is. Okay, so the magnetic snap is installed, and then now I'm going to go ahead and close the side to the bottom. And then just like the inside, I'm going to go ahead and sew open my side seams. That way that they're nice and flat on the side. It's going to be beneficial when you sew your inside lining and your outside lining together. Work for myself as an accountant, but I'd much rather have a craft business. Yeah, it's a lot more fun. I usually only have to do the accounting once a month, where I get to do this every day. Do you know when you're taking custom orders? I'm currently taking them. My custom order list is available on my Facebook group. Alright, so we're going to turn our interior right side out. So here's our slip pocket side, our dual slip pocket side, and then our zippered side over here. I'm going to grab the exterior that we did earlier. I'm going to make sure that my hardware is down. Tuck these in. So that's one reason why I like to sew these open, because they're nice and flat along the sides instead of having the seam poking out. So I'm just going to first line up my sides, clip that together, and then clip the whole bag together. I'm a bookkeeper currently walking and watching you. New sewing machine is coming Friday. Nice. Do you know what kind of sewing machine did you get? Hi, Deborah. Are you making the wolf tonight? No. Should I? I don't want people to freak out, because people will jump on and be like, oh my gosh, I want it, and it won't be available for a couple weeks. Are there custom requests that you had to reject? I don't think that I've ever had to reject. I mean, there's been some, like copyrighted material. Somebody asked me to do a Taylor Swift bag. I can't do those. So yeah, those kind of requests I have to reject. Alright, so now I'm going to sew these to the inside and outside together. Yes, make it. Are you guys going to fight these people off who come in and ask for it? So I'm just stitching and turning. Stitching and turning. We got your back. Kara, I have plenty of bags and wallets. Alright. Almost back to the beginning. Oh no, did I run out of thread? I did, or I got caught up. I don't even know how that happened. I'm out. Let me refill this bobbin real quick. this together. How about the pattern? I was making everything cut out. What pattern is that? Tina? I know I'm waiting. I don't know why you're live, but we. Yeah, I don't really like doing that when it's a popular pattern and I only have one to sell, because then I'm left with people complaining how they had it in their cart, they were checking out, and then as soon as they hit pay, it was gone, and it's not fair. And it's like, I empathize with that, but there's literally nothing that I can do if I only have one. I mean, you can complain to me if you just want to vent, that's fine, but there's literally nothing I can do. So for me, it's just less stressful to wait until I have more than one. I hope that doesn't sound cold, but there's just literally nothing I can do. It's like if somebody asked me for $1,000, there's literally nothing I can do. I don't have $1,000 right now. Like handy. All right, let's go back. So I'm just going to go right back over that stitch line, a touch under it, not even an eighth of an inch under it. Wait, yeah, may the odds be in your favor. I'll order and just receive it from presentation. Clip this thread where I started, turn it right side out. I'm going to turn my iron on. So I'm going through the zipper pocket. Get this light out of my way. The sunflower bag is a big beam. I don't think I have a Becca. I think I'm sold out of the Becca in that print. Alright, so I'm going to just go slow. I don't want to stress out that pocket, so I'm just going to push and roll. So I sell the bags. Yeah, those are just a couple that are on my website. I have a ton of stuff available on my site. My website's linked in my TikTok profile. Can't wait for my time for a special order. Do you know what you want, Hannah? Now I'm just going to straighten everything out. It gets a little wrinkly going through that little pocket, so that's why I turn on my iron, so I can get all the wrinkles out. Okay, good. You sound excited. Yeah, I think I just added that sunflower bag not too long ago. Alright, let me tuck the lining in. I'm going to clip my seam down, starting on the sides and then working all the way around so that I can do a top stitch. And then we'll close the zipper pocket in a minute. I'm going to zip that shut. I love the behind the scenes video. Oh, thanks. Have you kept track of how many bags you've made? No. I sure haven't. The good thing about my website is that my order numbers they started at 1. And I think I'm in the 5,000. So that's how many orders that I've gotten. But a lot of times there's multiple items on each order. So as far as items that I've sold, that literally thousands. I'm at 6 in line right now. more clips. I love clips. You can use however many you want. We don't talk about that. We don't clip shame here. Okay. Just straightening out my inside, and then now I'm just going to do a top stitch all the way around. Grab some water. It's not lined with foam. More clips. Oh, Tammy, you changed your picture. I'm used to seeing that flower. Alright, I'm just making sure that my hardware is not turned up so that way I don't run over it with my needle. Get my tension a little tighter, my stitch length a little longer. Made one of these today. Fun. Yeah, it comes together pretty quickly. So like somebody was asking me about pulling the thread through. You're going to see where I started and where I stopped with this one. You can backstitch, but I'm just going to pull my thread through and knot it off just for a little bit more seamless. Or maybe not. It looks like it's, there we go. So I'm pulling both pieces of thread to the inside of the bag so that I can knot it off. And it just makes the outside look a little bit more seamless. So the goal is to stop your stitch in the first hole that you started your stitch. That way you don't have any overlapping stitches. I think I may have gone one stitch too far, but that's not a big deal. Alright, let me pull it back through. There we go. So I have all 4 pieces of thread. You're not going to be able to see it, but I'm just going to tie it in a knot, and then I'll show you up close what the outside looks like. Alright, so I started and stopped right here. So I kind of missed the hole. No big deal. Thanks, Tammy. Alright, so now I'm going to stitch up my zippered pocket. Make sure it's lined up. I'm going to stick the inside down on the iron down on the inside. I hate these puzzle pieces. You didn't just have my Yes, I did. Okay, so got a little bit of wrinkling on the bottom. You cannot iron this because it's vinyl. It will melt it. Same thing with the outside. So I'm going to stick the iron down on the inside, hit it with a little steam, and that's going to be enough to straighten out the outside. So there's vinyl up top, so when I go in, I kind of swan dive. And then I can do one side. And then I can do the bottom of the other side because that slip pocket has a piece of vinyl. There's a strip of vinyl up here, so I iron the bottom part of this side, and then I iron this side, and then I iron the bottom, which gets those wrinkles out. So now we're just going to attach the shoulder straps. The custom orders cost more. No. The cost of the items for custom orders are the exact same cost as the regular items, unless you add something to it. Like, for example, if you want to add an extra pocket to the inside of this bag, I can do it. It's just going to cost a little bit more. But if you order this exact bag in a different print, it's the same price. Alright, now we get our straps. Going to just clip them in place first. Make sure everything is nice and even before I secure them with rivets. This is faux leather, and then the inside is cotton. So I'm going to make sure that they're nice and even. Grab my rivets. Gonna poke through both sides, make sure it's nice and centered. Add my rivet post and then the rivet back like that. And then I'm going to do the same thing on all the rest of them, and then I'm going to secure them. Gotta jump off. Bye. Have a good day. Alright, one more. And now I'm just going to clean up and then secure them by setting them with my press. Can you make a regular backpack? Yes. I sure can. Alright. All done. This is what it looks like. It's a decent sized bag. So I have one of these available on the website if you're interested. It has a zippered pocket as well as a dual slip pocket. So they got a regular size here and then a smaller one for like ink pens. Let's see if I can do this backwards. Alright, next up is a wallet that I have to restock. Let me just set this aside. I don't want a photo. Do you sell any wallets? Yes. I sure do. Everything is listed on my website. Alright, let me switch out. Oh no. switch out my thread colors. It's 1 a.m. Have a good night. It's only 2 o'clock here in the afternoon. So I got plenty of sewing left to do for the day. Is your sign backwards or do you have the image flipped? I have it flipped. It's not backwards. I have the video mirrored. Have a good night. Alright, so now I'm switching to brown thread. I had used navy on the other bag because, let me pull the print. This is the wallet that we're doing. I sold out of my last one this morning, so I have to restock it. I usually don't do restocks this quick, but I had this already cut out. Alright, let's hope I have no issues with my needle. No, we're good. Love that Helen Cow. This is your print. I have it custom printed, so you can't order this fabric. I was looking at this and the bag, handbag help. So the Becca has 2 outside slip pockets. Where's my Becca? Right here. 2 outside pockets. So if you want something quick, like to grab something quick outside of your bag, the Becca's going to be better because there's no outside pockets on this. The inside is pretty much the same. You have the slip pocket, zipper pocket. This has a crossbody strap attachment. The Big B does not. So the Becca, you have a lot more, options. Oh no. I dropped my hardware in the trash and like there's so many little pieces of thread and things in there that if it falls in, it goes straight to the bottom. I caught it in time, I think. Nope. I don't think I'll ever be able to find this. So I use this just for like scraps, but like with all the tape and the thread and little pieces, if something goes down in here, like it goes all the way to the bottom. So let me go grab let me go grab another set of hardware. When I'm doing a top stitch, my needle migrates. Your needle migrates? Into the depths. Yes. Do I have a magnet? Well, there's other stuff in here. Like pins. I've thrown pins away that are just like way too bent, but it's like a lot of small things that it just goes straight through. Okay, hold on. Let me go grab some more hardware. I'll be right back. drink. Alright. So this is going to be the outside of the wallet. I just had like a coughing fest. Credit card panel. There's a zippered pocket. A wristlet strap. When you open up the wallet, this is going to be the front flap, and then you'll see this on the inside. Here's the lining, and then here's the outside. So let me start with the wristlet strap. I'm just going to draw a line down the center. And then just like with the shoulder strap connectors, I'm going to make one finished edge because you're not going to see the other one. Get my lighting back together. Alright, put a piece of double-sided tape down the center. Thanks, Connor. Hi, Michelle. Alright, so I'm folding up the bottom and then in each side a little short of that line that I drew. So it looks like that. Fold over the top and then fold in the side. Alright. And then we're going to fold it one more time and then sew it all together. I'm going to clip my thread where I started. Alright. I'm just going to singe the end of my thread. So that's what it looks like all stitched up. And then I'm going to poke a couple holes, add some hardware, and then the wristlet strap is done. This doesn't get attached till the very end. Hi, Robin. So I have a lobster clasp, and then I'm going to use a large double cap rivet. When are you coming back to Texas? Who knows? Who knows, girl? If it was my choice, it would be tomorrow. When you get a chance, what's the colorful right behind me? This right here is the Becca. I can show it to you. If that's what you're talking about. This one down here is the Becca. This one up here is a Succulent Colette. This one is, I can't remember what I named it. I think it's like Hawaiian. because this fabric is from Hawaii, the outside pocket. So there's a pocket on this side and then a pocket on this side, crossbody strap connector, the orange zipper. And then there's a zipper pocket here, and then a dual slip pocket over here. I know, I love the orange on this. It's so pretty. I actually, I had a pattern in my head and I was working on it yesterday. I'll show it to you. I don't know if I like it or not, but I use the exact same fabric that I use for that bag for this. So it's just something small with like a zipper around it. I use piping on the outside. And then on the inside, it's more the fabric, but that orange zipper is everything. So there's just a big old slip pocket here, and then there's a clear slip pocket here. I was just trying something different. I think I got bored last night and just came in here and started sewing, and this is what I came up with. What was that? Butters. Butters. Sorry about that. Something was wrong with my dog. Yeah, I'm okay. I heard a noise downstairs and I'm here by myself. Yeah, makeup brushes or markers, yes. Yeah, I agree. Or like a little notebook with like some pens. Yeah, I mean, you could use it for anything. But sometimes when I get bored, I just like play around with just different patterns. I don't know if I didn't like it because the outside is cotton and it's really flimsy. It's not like thick like I'm used to working with. I don't know. I might do it again with some vinyl. Connor, you've said that quite a few times. So I'm going to mute you. It's 2:23 p.m. here. That has your name all over it. Crochet hooks would be good too. Okay. So this is the zipper pocket for the wallet. I install the actual zipper on my domestic sewing machine and then I just finish it up here. So that's what I'm doing. Lock your doors. Yeah, they're locked. They're always locked. And I have cameras, but and I live in a really safe place. There's honestly hardly no crime out here. Just overall in general, Hawaii is pretty safe. But I also believe in my Second Amendment, and those are all over the house too. So, I mean, I'm okay. It's just Butters outside, or not outside, downstairs. Quilted, I agree. It would be pretty quilted. I almost quilted it last night and I think it was just too late for me to get into the depths, and I just had the idea in my head and I wanted to get it out just to see if it would work. But yeah, I'll probably try a couple different things next time. Alright. So I'm going to sew this all together. Wait a second. Yeah, it works. The concept works. The reason is because like a lot of items have what's called a gusset, and this is just a zipper, so there's nothing outside. So a gusset is like this right here, where there's material around the zipper that makes it go around. There's no extra material around here, it's just the zipper. So that was the concept that I was kind of testing out. So next time I make it, it'll probably be with vinyl. That's how you produce your bags. You make some pieces. Yeah, that's true. I have no idea how to sew. Well, thanks for watching. That's alright, you don't have to know how to sew to watch. Alright, so I'm just going to trim up my seam allowance just a little bit to get that bulkiness out of there. Butters! There must be like a fly on the outside. She keeps banging up against the back door. So there must be something outside that's terrorizing her. We should make a purse. Yeah, I have a concealed style bag. I'm all sold out. I usually just reserve those for custom orders because they take a really long time. Do you check out other bag makers on social media? Yeah, of course. I don't think there's a lot of stuck-up people in this profession. Everyone is pretty supportive of other people who do it. Alright, my custom order concealed safe. Okay. Yeah, I can pretty much turn any bag except for like the Lola. Or this one, it's kind of small. I've added concealed pockets to every other style bag, I'm pretty sure. Okay, so here is the zippered pocket that's going to go on the center of our wallet, and it's going to give the wallet different sections. Let me show you if you're not familiar with this pattern. This is the Necessary Clutch Wallet by Emmaline Bags. So when you open it up, you have different sections. So that piece that I just showed you, this right here, is sewn inside the pocket like this. So you have different sections. So this is what we're making, just in a Highland cowl. Yeah, I made that. Alright. So we're going to clip our wallet flap together. And then I'm going to sew down, across, and up. That way I can turn it right side out through the top. I'm so excited. Hey, Lena. Yeah, all the prices are on my website. I can't give them on live. This wallet right here is also on my website. It's a restock. I have that wallet in the Highland cow, right? Yay! That's what I'm doing right now with the Highland cow. Do I use any stabilizer on the flap? No, I don't. I'm just going to poke out my corner so that I have a nice 90-degree angle. Light pressure, you don't want to push through those stitches. There we go. Can you put this live on YouTube? Yeah, so I don't mind doing it. My last live, I think it was, I don't know if it was Tuesday or Thursday, TikTok didn't save it. So the last live that has been saved was April 16th. And I keep going back to see, because I made a backpack and somebody asked me to put it on YouTube, so I was going to download it. But for some reason, TikTok did not save that live. I don't know why. But yeah, if this one is saved, I can go ahead and put it on YouTube. No, this is not my pattern. It's by Emmaline Bags, so you can buy it there. Alright, I'm just making sure that everything is nice and lined up. So now I'm going to go ahead and do a top stitch. Again, just down, across, and up. I'm not going to do anything to the top. Do you always use just one thread color for all parts of the bag? Yeah. Yeah, and it's usually whatever the coordinating vinyl is, because that's usually all I sew, right? So the coordinating vinyl on this bag is black. So the straps are sewn on, the strap attachments are black. When I do a top stitch across the band, it's black. So whatever the coordinating vinyl is usually the thread color that I use. However, I did a live on YouTube, yeah. It didn't go very well. I'm sure it was just user error. I had a feeling my tension was off, so I was looking underneath. We're good. Alright, so that is the top stitching. So again, the coordinating vinyl. Looks like I got some thread bunched up on this corner. I'm just sealing the little thread that I snipped. Alright, so now we're going to install the twist lock. So, this little opening right here. So this is the flap that we just made, and then now I'm going to install this piece. Gets me out of sewing box. Good, Cindy. Alright, let me line this up. Alright. Butters. Come here. What is she doing down there, Cookie? Butters. Okay, so that has been installed. What are you doing? Alright, so now I'm going to take the lining of the wallet and cut a little slit down the center of it. If you were here when I made the bag before, we turn that bag right side out through the zipper pocket. There's not really a way to do that with this wallet, so I just cut an opening on the inside because it's sewn up by the end of it. And this is what we're going to use to turn the bag right side out. She's a nightmare. So just a little slit in the center of the lining. It's going to be, like I said, sewn sewn all up by the time I'm done. And then now I'm going to cut open the holes for my twist lock. So this is like a prong. It has two little prongs on the bottom. I'm going to go ahead and cut those prongs out. I'm going to wait to install this. But since I have the wrong side of the fabric, I can go ahead and do my measurements on it. And then just set the holes. Alright, now I'm going to take the inside lining, outside lining, put those right sides together. And then clip them all the way around. What do you call me, book? So Cookie is up here. She's like my shadow. Butters, she's all over the place. Alright, and then now I'm going to tuck in the wallet flap in between these two. Finally made it home. Yay! Were you at T-Ball today? I miss seeing your name come up in the chat. Alright. And then now I'm going to tuck this little wristlet strap attachment. I make a lot of them at one time, so this one's pre-made. Hi Alice. 3 more games. So I'm going to tuck this right underneath that wallet flap. And then sew all the layers together. I'm going to grab some water. Alright. Turn my iron on so I can iron this, and then I'm going to take some shears and cut all this excess material outside of my stitch line. I just use painting shears. Hey Deanie. I'll recheck the desktop for directional placement. For what? What did I miss? I miss you. Did you make most of those rings in the same color? What rings? Allergies, yeah. Oh no, they're all different colors. I'll show you. I have these stackable drawers. So I have 2 of them. But this one has all of the little ones that I make. Because they get made so quickly, I do just a whole bunch of them at one time, and then I just put them in this drawer. These are my name tags. And then these are the backs. And then I have another set of these drawers. Let's see what I have. I haven't looked in these in a long time. These are some hardware that I use. These are some more of my name tags. So these are like the ones that go on the little zip around wallets. And then this is my screwdriver that I use to put on purse feet, fabric glue, more fabric glue, quilting needles, miscellaneous stuff, E6000 glue. So I have these stacked up over here, and then I have this on top of it. So whenever you see me reach for the large clips, I'm just reaching on top of here. But here's where I keep all these. All right, let me see if I can do this without dropping it. That drives me happy. I feel like I'm seeing a lot of the same weird comments. I don't know if they're bots. Alright. So I'm trying to leave about 1/4 of an inch of fabric, maybe a little bit less. Oh, okay, I'm sorry. I just saw directional fabric. I didn't know what that question was in reference to. What size are your pinking shears? They're just regular. So I got mine from Amazon. I think they were called like green pinking shears. I think they were like $7 or $8. But they're just like a regular size of scissors. Alright, so I just went through that little opening that I cut on the lining to turn it right side out. It gets a little wrinkly, so I'm just going to hit it with a little steam. And that gets all the wrinkles out. And then now I'm going to do a top stitch all the way around. I want to make sure that that wristlet strap attachment, that hardware, is pointing upwards instead of down so I don't hit it with my sewing needle. This right here. That attachment, that hardware, is pointing upwards instead of down so I don't hit it with my sewing needle. This right here. Alright, I'm going to add my name tag. So this right here is the back of the wallet. This spot right here, so right below the flap. So I'm going to go ahead and install that right here. I just repeated 6 times. What just repeated? The live? I'm telling you, there's something about my page TikTok doesn't like. Oh, that's weird. It's something about my page. Either it's on a delay, there's weird stuff happening. My husband is Erica. Okay, so that is installed. I'm going to hit the inside with the iron pin. Alright, the next step is going to be to take the credit card panel, line it up with the wallet flap. Oh, that was better than that. That's something. And then fold over the side, clip it in place. just like that. So then now I'm going to stitch down each side, and that's going to secure this credit card panel in place. Hold on for a second. Just like that. I'll do the same thing over here. It's a credit card panel. No, it's made out of cotton. Everything on the inside is cotton. Now we're going to install the twist lock. Oh my gosh. Did it fall? I hope it didn't go in my trash can. Oh, here it is. I was like, where did it go? Alright. Remember how we did the measurements and then we did the holes for the twist lock? I'm going to go ahead and install it now. This wallet pattern is not mine, no. No, not again. No. Thank goodness. I just set it over here, and I usually have it over here. 1.7. I can't stop watching. I'm almost done, I promise. Alright, twist lock's installed. I'm going to go ahead and fold it up, make sure everything lines up nicely. It does. It's going to look way different than this when I'm done, though. Alright. Next step is to add our sections. Remember how we made this earlier, and this was going to be the different sections of our credit card, of our wallet. So that's this right here. So I'm going to go ahead and sew this part right here in place. We just did our credit card panel. So I'm going to use my friction pen and mark where it needs to be sewn. Do you think this wallet is easier to make than the zipper-on wallet? That's a good question. I would probably say their skill level is equal. There's just different. It's just different, but I would say it's equally hard or challenging or whatever. I wouldn't say one's easier than the other. So I just made a couple marks where this is going to be stitched in. So I'm going to line this up on the credit card panel and sew that down. It's easier after you make the first one. That is true. I think that's with everything, right? The more you make it, the easier it is. Alright, I'm just making sure everything is lined up. So remember how we cut open the interior lining so that we can turn it right side out? This step right here is what's closing that hole in the opening. So there's no longer, I mean the hole's still there, but it's closed essentially with this step. I wanted to make sure that I've pointed that out. Alright, so this is going to be the bottom of the wallet. And then now what we're going to do is pull up each one of these to give the different sections of the wallet. And then just clip that in place. Make sure it's nice and even. Pull up the bottom one, do the same thing. And then I'm going to close it to make sure everything lines up. And then I'm going to sew these sides in place. So there we go. There's the different sections. And then I just need to stitch down each side. But first I'm going to close it. We're good. I've never made these on a regular sewing machine. This, no. I mean, I would struggle to make this on a regular sewing machine. Especially this part right here, because I have to sew these layers down, and they're the thickest layers. Tomorrow is Melee Day. Nope, no plans. No plans. I don't even know anything about that. Is that like a big holiday here? I haven't really immersed myself in the island. I work a lot. I don't get out much. For that stuff I've used rivets. Yeah. Yep. I've heard of people using rivets, Chicago screws. So I've never made this on a domestic sewing machine. I'm pretty sure that I've seen, like, because there's actually a Facebook group for this wallet. And I'm pretty sure I've seen other people that have made it on a domestic sewing machine. You just have to do a couple things a little bit differently. Alright, let me just trim all my pieces of thread and then it's done. I have, it's not hard. This is Emmaline Bags. It's the Necessary Clutch Wallet by Emmaline Bags. Just gonna hit the little pieces with my lighter just to singe the ends of the thread. All right, all done. So I should have pointed this out earlier. I didn't. When I was attaching the credit card panel, remember how we sewed down each of the sides? We didn't sew the top of it down, so there's actually a little section behind the credit card slots up here and down here. But then you have a, oh, I almost dropped it, a zippered pocket. And then you have a large section in the center. And then of course you can use the sections in front of the credit card panels as well. So there's a ton of space, ton of sections. It comes with a wristlet strap that's detachable. And this is just a restock, so this is available for sale if anybody would like to purchase it. This is my last one, just singeing the thread on the bottom. But that's it. That is how I make this wallet. Ton of space. Thanks. Alright, so that's it. I'm going to jump off. We did a bag today. This owl Becca, let me go grab it. And then a wallet. And then we made this earlier. It's got a little dual slip pocket and then a zipper pocket over on this side. Alright, if you haven't already followed me, you're more than welcome to. I am live Tuesday and Thursday, so I will see you guys The day after tomorrow, Thursday, I don't have any custom orders scheduled because my fabric hasn't come in. So it'll probably just be different types of restock. It might even be the wolf, I'm not sure. Alright, I'm going to run. I will see you guys in a couple of days. Let me make sure I didn't miss any. Happy One Year. Thank you. Do I have a live plan for the thingy? Sorry, I missed that. Yes, Thursday. I'm not sure what time, but I'll post it in my Facebook group. Bye, Janice. Thanks, Just Mammy. Bye. See you guys in a couple days. Oh my gosh, I can't power off. Oh.